Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that's really close to my heart, and honestly, one that's really overlooked in our very busy, fast-paced lives. We're talking about the importance of sitting with your emotions. In a world that encourages us to keep moving, keep achieving, stay positive, it can sometimes feel counterintuitive to just stop and feel. But today, we're gonna talk about why it's probably one of the most powerful things you can do for yourself. So grab a cozy blanket, sit back, and let's chat. So first things first, why is it that we don't sit with our emotions? Why do we constantly push them away and distract ourselves? Well, just think about it. Society often tells us that being strong means keeping a stiff upper lip or just pushing through times without breaking, right? And on top of that, emotions like sadness, anger, and disappointment can be super uncomfortable to sit with. I'm sure we've all had that feeling, right? When something negative happens to us, all we want to do is distract ourselves, whether that's doom scrolling through social media, binge watching shows, or even just diving into work. These avoidance habits might bring some short-term relief, but in the long run, they leave us with unresolved feelings. It's like carrying a really heavy backpack. At first, you could ignore it, but over time, it really starts to weigh you down. All right, now that we know why we actually avoid our emotions, let's dive into what happens when we actually take the time to sit with them. So here are actually some of the biggest benefits. The first one is improved mental health. When you allow yourself to actually sit and feel your emotions, it's kind of like giving your brain a break, right? Studies actually show and prove that by suppressing your emotions, it can lead to more stress, anxiety, and even depression sometimes. By simply sitting with your feelings and acknowledging them, you're actually reducing your emotional burden. This acceptance can help prevent all those repressed feelings from turning into something bigger and more difficult to manage. Next benefit is greater emotional awareness. Another benefit of sitting with your emotions is helping you to become more in tune with yourself, right? You actually start to recognize patterns, like when certain situations actually make you feel more anxious, or even when specific people tend to trigger anger in you. It's almost like having a roadmap to your inner self. And that roadmap, it's powerful because it allows you to recognize what you need, what you feel, what your boundaries are, and exactly how to nurture yourself. Also, when you're more in touch with your own emotions, it actually gives you this great ability to understand others way more clearly. We've all heard the saying that you can't pour from an empty cup, right? Well, when you're connected to your own feelings and emotions, you now have the ability to become more empathetic and present with the people around you. This can make a huge difference in building stronger and deeper relationships. Lastly, sitting with your emotions allow you to have enhanced and better decision making. Here's something interesting. When you tend to avoid your emotions, they tend to influence your decisions in ways you might not even realize. For example, making impulsive decisions when you're angry. I've been there. Trust me. Very expensive impulsive decisions, or even retreating when you're scared. But when you are actively engaging with your emotions, you are far less likely to make decisions from a place of reactivity, right? You become more proactive. You can pause, assess, and make decisions based on what's truly best for you. All right, so you're probably wondering, how in the world do I sit with my emotions? Because obviously it's probably easier said than done, right? Well, here are a few tips to get you started. Number one, you want to create a safe space. Find a quiet, comfortable spot where you can be alone without distractions. This may be your bed. This may be a cozy chair in your apartment, maybe the park, wherever you can say that is your safe space. Be there. And now you want to practice mindfulness while you're there. Mindfulness is a great tool for feeling your emotions without judgment. If you're feeling sad, simply acknowledge it. I'm feeling sad. No need to explain or even try to justify it. Just let it be what it is. Journaling your feelings also really helps as well. Just getting that pen to paper. Writing your emotions can be incredibly freeing, right? You don't have to worry about being perfect or even making sense. This is your personal diary. Just let the words flow. This helps you to kind of just externalize what's inside, making it easier to process. You ever notice when a friend needs advice or is going through something, it's a lot easier to rationalize through logic, how to deal with whatever she's going through because you're not in that present situation. It's the same way when you're journaling and you're putting pen to paper. What's inside of here is now external and things shift. it becomes easier to look at your problems or what you're going through a different perspective. You can still sit with that emotion, but again, you're looking at it through a different perspective, which changes everything, right? Also, make sure you don't rush this process. Remember, this is not about getting over your feelings quickly at all. This is about giving them the space they need to come and go in their own time. Emotions are like waves. They rise, they fall, and if you give them enough time and space and acknowledgement, they'll go away on their own naturally. So, why does it matter? Sitting with your emotions is not about just feeling a little bit better in the moment. It's about living a life where you're in tune with who you really are. One where you're no longer afraid of what's inside, but you're ready, willing, and able to embrace it all. Because, I mean, let's face it, our emotions are what makes us human. And in a world that is becoming more and more technologically advanced, our humanness, I believe, is even more valuable than ever. Our emotions connect us, they ground us, and they guide us. So if this encouraged you or if it resonated with you, I encourage you to start practicing some of what I shared today. Start with just 5 minutes. Doesn't have to be 10 or 20, 5 minutes. I know you have 5 minutes. Just sit, feel, and be present. And remember, it's a journey, not a destination. Thanks so much for watching, and let me know in the comments, what's one emotion you find incredibly difficult to sit with? Let's keep this conversation going in the comments. I'm replying to all comments as always. Until next time, take care and don't forget to feel. Now, if you like what you heard today on this channel, I explore ideas that help you become the best version of yourself. This channel is meant for you and myself as well. If that's something you're interested in, make sure to subscribe, join the community. And I appreciate all support. Don't forget to like and subscribe, like I said before. All right, thanks so much for watching. Until next time, the next video, have an amazing day. Bye.